as a deception, an illusion of false godhood when seeing is not believing. Here in this video, we discussed people's observations about the Pope using technology to put forth a hologram. Talked about that a little bit and how that type of technology will be used for some coming, grand deception. And we also talked about Marina Abramovich, who's full-board Satanist, hurts children, does horrible things, teaches celebrities, Freemasons, and various witchcraft entity practitioners how to gain the favor of Satan. They worship spirits. They use bodily fluids, injuring everything they can get their hands on, from themselves to animals to children. And that's just how your paganistic worldview works. You offer the spirits blood. In the case of the Bible, God offered his son's own blood to bring as many people to forgiveness and a new creation as possible. Satan just copies, counterfeits, inverts, and perverts everything that God does. And so you have that being discussed here in this video, which you might want to go take a look at. In a follow-up to that video, this has been the response of the people. Look at this. Microsoft just took down their commercial on YouTube featuring Satanist Marina Abramovich, I think is how it's pronounced, which had the comments turned off because they knew they were going to get a ton of scuff. 24,000 dislikes, and it has now just been fully deleted, which I went to go look for that yesterday and I could not find it. And then I went over to Richie from Boston's channel, and he had a video, and that's how we were able to present to you, as well as from Camo Rose's channel, the use of Satan giving people this technology, witchcraft, deception for the illusion of godhood based on something that's not even real. When you start playing around with VR, when you start playing around with the different kinds of 3D advertising, and him just presenting this panoplia for the senses, the sensual, satisfying of your flesh, but for a lie, and how that's really dangerous. Whereas God is the truth and the source of truth, and he has a good offer on the table, and you may not necessarily have the visual realization of what he wants to give you, but he's a good source. And we talked about Hebrews 11:1 being the source, coming from God. It talks about how faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things that are not yet seen. But when he's ready, you will see all of it, okay? And you have to go to the right source. So seeing is not necessarily always believing, was the point of that. So in this video at Breaking Israel News, here's the commercial featuring a Satanist that Microsoft took down. April 14th. And I'm not going to play the video because we already saw the video. And there were far more dislikes than there were likes. And of course, we know this woman as a vile, paganistic, blood-offering, bloodthirsty, motivated by money, motivated by power, motivated by gaining the attention of Satan and the spirits, and they sacrifice things. They are evil, horrible people. There wasn't a whole lot to this outside of looking at the video that we already looked at, but what I just wanted to highlight to you was that I was really proud of people. I was really happy that there were people that were like, no, Microsoft is not going to float this horrible satanic human being, Pizzagate-oriented, spirit-cooking, awful human being that does not care for others, and give her fame and fortune and make her name a household name and connect her in with this type of technology that you can, that Satan can use for great evil later on. And so that was over at breakingisraelnews.com. I'm sure there's more to this. I just don't know what it is. And when you look at the comments, some of these I can't read because they're pretty foul-mouthed. They do not like her. And she is a creepy woman. And probably much more could be said. But I was just really excited that they ended up pulling the ad and that people responded and said, we do not like this evil woman. I thought that was really good. Anyhow, thank you. Join me for the next one.